I feel like this shirt looks weird. Hey everyone, it's Caitlin and welcome to another video. This video is going to be my August favorites and September intentions video. If you're new to this channel, first of all, welcome. But in case you didn't know, I post monthly videos where I share some of my favorites for the previous month, but I also share 2 intentions for the next month and how I want to improve myself in hopes that I can inspire some of you guys to work on self-improvement as well. So without further ado, I'm just gonna get straight into it. My first favorite for the month of August was definitely You're a Badass by Jen Sincero. This is an awesome book. I've seen a few YouTubers recommend it in their books that changed my life videos or whatever, and I had really been wanting to get into reading, so I bought it on Amazon and I highly recommend this book. If you followed me on my travel vlogs throughout the month of August, you'll know that I did talk about this while I was on Mount Rainier. There's a lot of good chapters in here on like fear, money, getting what you want. And although it's categorized as a self-help / personal growth book, I always think of those books as like really boring and something that, you know, like, I don't know, middle-aged cat ladies read when they're feeling really down in the dumps. Not that there's anything wrong with being a cat lady, but yeah, it's totally not like that at all. Like, I feel like Jen takes self-help, but she makes it like empowering, and she's like, yeah, you're a badass, you can do whatever you want. And I thought it was really helpful. It's definitely a book that I'm going to go back to, so I'm really glad that I did buy it. I'll put a link for it in the description of this video if you guys are interested. It's pretty cheap, like most books are in my opinion, especially if you buy it used. If you guys have any future book recommendations, fiction or nonfiction, let me know in the comments below because I'm looking for a new book to read. So my next favorite is also a physical item, and it is this tote bag from In the Soulshine. It has it right here. In the Soulshine. What was that voice? Anyways, so the front of the tote bag, or the main part of it, says vegan vibes, and I have this design in like a muscle tee as well. And I like this tote bag for several reasons. One, like the design is just cute, but I like that it's a stonewashed gray because I have some other tote bags that are a lighter white, but you know, sometimes you just need like a darker bag, and white just doesn't look that great with an outfit. But the thing that I love most about this, and I was so surprised, I didn't even know that it was going to come like this when I got it, is that the tote bag has an inside pocket. I don't know if you guys can see it right there, which is so helpful because I have a lot of tote bags and obviously they don't typically come with inside pockets, but it's super nice for me to like put my phone and my wallet in there, so then that way I don't have to fish around through the bottom of the bag and all the other miscellaneous items that I brought with me that I didn't really need to bring. But anyways, it's nice that those items are like right there. You don't have to search for them, easy access, etc. In the Soulshine is one of my favorite vegan brands for apparel and t-shirts anyway, so you guys should definitely check out their website. I think all of their designs are absolutely adorable, and it is an Australian brand, so shipping is a little more to the United States, but it is so worth it and I would pay it every time, honestly. So my next favorite for the month of August was just Portland in general. If you guys don't know, I traveled around during about the first 3 weeks of August, and I went to the Pacific Northwest. I went to Seattle for a few days, and I went to Portland. Then I went to Martha's Vineyard and spent time with my families, and I honestly loved all the experiences that I had in all of those cities and all the fun times I had with people. But I think Portland impacted me the most, and just all of my time there was honestly incredible. I got to stay with Ella Weed, who is a fellow YouTuber, and she is seriously awesome, and I still think of her like almost every day and how kick-ass and inspiring she is. And I also got to meet Steph and Tona, which are also, they are also YouTubers on here. It's Steph's Plate and Steph and Tona is their vlog channel. And just Portland in general is an awesome vegan city. There's so many vegan options. I had so much great vegan food, and just in general the nature there is epic as well. Like great pine trees, you have hills, and it was the perfect time of year for me to go because it wasn't very cloudy or dreary, and it was not humid at all, and the sun was like always shining. So Portland was definitely my favorite city of all the places that I went, and I would definitely plan on going there in the future as well. So my fourth favorite I actually have to Ella to thank for, but it's going to be podcasts. And honestly, before Ella told me she really liked to listen to podcasts, I never really got into them. I knew my uncle listened to them, but he listens to like a lot of public radio and just like a very well-educated person, so I thought they would be kind of boring. But Ella gave me a few recommendations of things to start listening to, and I've absolutely fallen in love with podcasts. I think they're so great to listen to while you want to do something and like be productive. Great English sentence, Caitlin. Hopefully you got the gist of that. But yeah, I like listening to them because they're educational, and I do always like to be stimulated and be learning new things. So I like to listen to them when I go out for walks in the evening, or I like to listen to them while I clean. I would listen to them while I bike to school, but it's illegal to ride with headphones, so I just appreciate the silence then. But if you're driving in a car, you could totally listen to that instead of the normal garbage that's on the radio, or even just the commercials. I don't know. But my favorites of the month, I really like the Tim Ferriss show and the Rich Roll podcast. And I'm also experimenting with a few other physical therapy related podcasts to just keep myself educated in that profession. I don't really have a favorite for those yet, but if I find a favorite, I'll let you guys know in a later favorites video maybe. And my fifth favorite for the month of August is actually a YouTube channel, and it's sort of a smaller YouTube channel. Her name is Hannah McNeely. I don't know if you guys know Ellen Fisher or Mango Island Mama. She is really popular here on YouTube and on Instagram. She has an adorable family and they live in Hawaii. And I just find Ellen is so positive, and just all of her videos radiate positivity. And in one of her videos, she said that her sister just started a YouTube channel. And I was like, well, I love Ellen, so I might as well check it out. And you guys should all seriously go subscribe to Hannah. Tell her I sent you. Maybe we can become friends. Hannah, yeah? But she is so cute. She lives in LA. She has a lot of cats, and she hosts pop-up dinners. But all of her videos, just like Ellen's, are so positive, and she just started making videos a few months ago, but I already think the editing on them is great, and all the topics she talks about. And she's one of those people who's so eloquent and really gets her point across, but at the same time, the language is very easy to understand, and it just feels like you're having a one-on-one conversation with her. So she doesn't make it all hoity-toity. It's a very casual, relaxed situation, and I just think she's very well educated about veganism as well. And I really appreciate people who have opinions and they've done research based on their opinions. And she seems very well educated, and yeah, I don't know, I just love every one of her videos, so go watch them if you're bored of mine. So now I'm going to move on to my intentions for the month of September. So my first intention for the month of September is to eat less processed food. And I guess for the most part, you guys generally comment on my videos and say I'm relatively healthy, except for the people who get on me about eating white rice, whatever. But anyways, I still feel like recently I've sort of been eating more processed foods, and I want to try to get back to a more whole plant foods diet. I'm not saying I'm not going to eat bread or I'm not going to eat rice, because I obviously am still going to eat those, but I mean more processed granolas or protein bars and stuff. And I'm not saying I'm going to completely cut them out. I just want to kind of focus on really being healthy and embracing my health. I don't know. But when I went on vacation, as you guys saw, I went out to eat a lot, and I did eat a lot more junk food than I usually did. And while I enjoyed every morsel and I don't regret a single one, I am still feeling kind of and sluggish, and my skin isn't as good as it used to be. So I'm just planning on resetting my system and getting back to health mode and trying to be more healthy in September. And my second intention for the month of September is to spend less time on my cell phone. And I'm not saying spending time on your phone is a bad thing, but sometimes I feel whenever I have a free moment, I just automatically turn on my phone and look at social media. And realistically, when I go on to look at Instagram or YouTube or Facebook, I'm looking at the same things over and over again, and then I just get frustrated. I'm like, why is there nothing new for me to look at? And to be honest, that's just a huge waste of my time. If I just decided to allocate a certain time of day where I looked at social media, or I just look at it periodically with more space between the time periods, so I'm not looking at the old things, I could be using my time in a more productive way, studying, cleaning, sleeping. So I'm just going to try to remain conscious about that. There are apps you could download to your phone to watch how much time you spend on it. So if you're interested, I'm sure you can just search in the App Store. There are a few. I think they all work pretty much the same way. But that's what I'm going to be doing in September. And I think that pretty much sums up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed some of my favorites, and I definitely want to hear your intentions. So let me know in the comments below one favorite you had for the month of August, and something you're going to do to try to better yourself for the month of September. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not a subscriber, make sure you click that little red button there, and you can see my favorites for every month, plus food videos, grocery hauls, any other video requests you have. I don't know. I mean, I like having friends, so you should be my friend. I don't know, guys. Anyways, I love you guys. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.